Hey guys, Dwayne here. Chef is written and directed by Jon Favreau and stars Jon Favreau, Sofia Vergara, John Leguizamo, and Bobby Cannavale. Jon's character Carl is the head chef of a fancy restaurant in Los Angeles and is well liked by the staff, but longs to cook more creative dishes. The restaurant owner, Riva, played by Dustin Hoffman, wants Carl to stick with the classic dishes instead of the innovative ones. When a prestigious food critic, played by Oliver Platt, is scheduled to visit the restaurant, Carl wants to try out a new menu with some of his creative dishes, but Riva insists that he stick with the classics. The critic is not impressed, and this leads to a scathing review. Carl wants the chance to cook for him again, and the critic agrees to come for another visit. Carl creates a new menu that the staff likes, but he gets into an argument with Riva, who wants him to cook the classics again, so Carl quits. The staff carries on without Carl, and the critic starts tweeting negative things about Carl. Carl comes back to the restaurant and confronts the critic and has a public meltdown, which goes viral on the internet. As a result of this, he gains tons of followers on Twitter. His friends tell him that quitting was the best thing for him because he wasn't happy at the restaurant. Inez tells Carl he should think about starting his own restaurant or a food truck. It's also a chance for him to reconnect with his son Percy. On a trip with his ex-wife and son, Carl is given the opportunity to get a food truck and start his own business. This film was a nice surprise. I'd heard this film was good, but I never got the chance to check it out. I've been a fan of Jon Favreau since Swingers. Although he's done some big movies like Iron Man and Jungle Book, I really like these lower budget films he occasionally does, and I hope he does more. One of this film's strengths is the focus on the art of preparing and making food. The cinematography and close-ups of food being prepared will make your mouth water. The relationship between Carl and Percy is touching. Carl is clueless that his son wants to spend time with him, even if it means going to a farmer's market and looking for ingredients for a dish he goes to prepare at the restaurant. Eventually, Carl catches on and shares his culinary knowledge with his son. The road trip in the food truck with his son really seemed to bring them closer. It is clear that Carl loves cooking and preparing food. He wouldn't be happy doing anything else. The takeaway here is that it's a blessing to be able to do what you love. It's a lesson he shares with his son, and I think the audience gets it. The effects of divorce can be seen in Percy as he wants his parents to get back together, as any normal kid would. The trip to Florida really highlights this when his parents dance together at a nightclub, and Percy looks on with hope in his eyes. MJ Anthony does a great job as Percy, especially showing the longing just to hang out with his father. The supporting cast is stellar. Dustin Hoffman, Oliver Platt, Scarlett Johansson, Amy Sedaris all give great performances. Robert Downey Jr. even makes an appearance, and it's actually pretty funny. No doubt Favreau called in a favor to get Robert Downey Jr. and Scarlett Johansson from their work together on Iron Man. I don't really have anything bad to say about the movie. There wasn't a weak performance in the film, and I think that's due to the fact that Favreau knows how to get a good performance from his actors. I highly recommend if you get the chance to see this film. It's a real hidden gem. Just a few precautions. The film does have some salty language if that bothers you. You may also want to check out these other films that highlight food. Big Night, Chocolat, Like Water for Chocolate, and Waitress. But what did you think of Chef? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, then you can blame it on Dwayne. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.